I'm Emmy. Today we'll be making Cocoa Almond Whipped Body Butter, moisturizing body butter made with real cocoa butter and coconut oil. This recipe makes about 6 ounces of butter, enough to fill 3 2-ounce jars. We use our flat PETs. To make this recipe, we'll be using a double boiler, 2 large mixing bowls, one filled with ice, 1 small mixing bowl, a spoon, a plastic bag, and an electric mixer. The ingredients for this recipe are cocoa butter, sweet almond oil, fractionated coconut oil, almond fragrance oil, jojoba esters, and dry flow. Jojoba esters are hard like wax, but they're actually made of oil, making them moisturizing and giving the product texture. Dry flow is a modified cornstarch. It adds silkiness and slip to the product. To get started, we'll be melting the cocoa butter and the jojoba esters in the double boiler. Start with the jojoba esters. They're a little bit harder to melt. Let them melt completely before adding your cocoa butter. Next, we'll be making a slurry from the oils and the dry flow. By making a slurry, we make sure that all of the dry flow is dissolved before we add it to the cocoa butter. Start out by putting your dry flow into the bowl, and then add your almond oil. Continue stirring the almond oil until it's all dissolved and you have a nice smooth mixture. Once it's fully mixed, you can add the fractionated coconut oil and set it aside. Now that the cocoa butter and jojoba esters are completely melted, we'll take the double boiler out of the pot, turn off the burner, add our slurry, and add half a teaspoon of fragrance oil. To give the body butter a nice fluffy texture, we'll be whipping it as it cools. The best way to do this is to use an ice bath. To make an ice bath, fill a large mixing bowl with ice and a little bit of water. Take a smaller mixing bowl and nest it right inside. Take your cocoa butter. Make sure that everything's melted together on the sides, from the sides. Pour it in. And then immediately start mixing. It's important to work quickly at this point. As you whip the mixture, you'll see that it starts to set up. When it becomes almost totally solid, it's time to stop mixing.